Good evening to all and welcome to the session, the Hindu Editorial Analysis for Proficiency in English. Today's editorial is all about Enforcement Directorate and Tamil Nadu ministers. And surprisingly, today's editorial, a lot of words are there to learn, more than 20, I suppose. Let us start the session with editorial vocabulary. The very first word, prosecution. Prosecute, verb. Prosecution, noun. Act is called prosecution, and prosecutor, noun, but a person. The process of officially accusing someone in a court of law of committing a crime. I'm sure you all know this. And remember, this comes under confusing words. Prosecution, persecution, both are different. Persecution means a prejudice, bias, ill treatment based on race, religion, any of these. Probe, we have got many a time. Probe can be a noun, can be a verb. A thorough investigation into a crime or other matter. Overshadow, verb. Shadow as such is a noun. To cause someone or something to seem less important, dominate someone. Scam we come across quite often. Part of speech, noun. A dishonest plan for making money. Someone wants to make money, not proper way, dishonest manner, scam. Spike can be a noun, can be a verb. As a noun, it goes with the sports field. If you take soccer players, the shoes they wear, sports shoes, down they have spikes, sharp metal pointed things. But here, it can be a noun, it can be a verb. To rise to a higher amount, price, or level, usually before going down again. Go up before going down. Here you have to recollect the word surge. Surge has two different meanings. One meaning a sudden forward movement, it goes with water, a group of people, and also sudden increase. At the time of COVID, this word was used quite often. Regime, we have got many a time, part of speech, noun, a particular government or a system or method of government. Spike, increase, you're right. Wrangler, there's a particular brand, jeans, Wrangler. I'm sure youngsters know that. Here, wrangle, a verb, wrangling, ing form can be a verb, can be a noun. Arguments, especially ones that continue for a long time. An argument continues for a long time, a wrangling. Domain, part of speech, noun, an area of interest or an area over which a person has control. Here you can also think of words like sphere, a realm, arena. All these words are important. Function, I am sure you all know. From that you have functionaries, part of speech, noun. A person who has official duties, especially in a government or a political party. In this context, political party functionaries, a combination. Embroil, an important word, part of speech, verb. Am I audible? To cause someone to become involved in an argument or a difficult situation. And the combinations embroiled in a dispute, in a some sort of problem, entangled. You can also think of that word. Stint we have got recently, part of speech, noun. A fixed or limited period of time spent doing a particular job or activity. Oh, thank you. My battery, this is not fully charged, so I'm a bit apprehensive. A wriggle, this goes with the worms. A wriggle means to twist your body or move part of your body with small, quick movements. But wriggle out of problem means come out of problem. Allege, verb, allegation, noun. To say that someone has done something illegal or wrong without giving proof. Accuse, allege, in a way one and the same. They are synonyms. Part of speech, verb. Again, noun, accusation. To say that someone has done something morally wrong or illegal or unkind, again, you don't have any proof. When you don't have proof, accusation or allegation. Ward off, we have got for the first time. Part of speech, actually a phrasal verb, to prevent someone or something unpleasant from harming or coming close to you. Ward off the enemy, the danger, the problem. These are the combinations. Pursue, I'm sure you all know. to try to achieve something, pursue higher studies, a typical. I'm really sorry, guys. Battery is low. I got the message. Any moment I may not be audible. I'm really sorry about that. To the extent possible, I'll continue. After that, I have to wind up. Erstwhile, we have got part of speech, adjective, former, pursue, degree. Ambit, an important word, part of speech, noun, the range or limits of the influence of something. Someone has influence, and there's a range that is known as ambit. Here you have to recollect the word ambience, means atmosphere. When you go to a star hotel, you come across nice ambience. Here, ambit. Venality, an important word, and venal, noun. This is also noun form. The quality of being open to bribery or overly motivated by money. Someone who is greedy about money. Statutory, adjective, decided or controlled by law. But here you have to recollect one word, statute. What is that word? Statute. Statute means a written law, an important word. Thank you. Credibility, we have got many a time. It goes with information, it goes with news, credible news, part of speech, noun, and credible adjective, credibility, noun. The fact that someone can be believed or trusted. Is a news credible? Is a news authentic? Credible means authentic, believable. And what is the opposite word? Incredible, incredible person. Statute. You got to be careful. Who is this, Suresh? You're right. What is the tone of the editorial? Perhaps I'll be able to read this. The tone of the passage or editorial is critical and concerned. The writer expresses worry about the potential influence of politics on the investigation and prosecution of these leaders. The passage emphasizes the importance of demonstrating fairness, impartiality, and transparency in the actions of probe agencies to gain credibility and public trust. Nowadays, these probe agencies have become a little controversial. So the editorial opines they have to demonstrate three qualities: one, fairness; second, impartiality; third, transparency, so that public will trust. It results in credibility. Selective prosecution. Here, selective prosecution. Prosecution means dealing with someone officially in the court of law. Prosecution selective, what does it mean? That means generally this word selective goes with amnesia. Amnesia means what? Loss of memory. Some people remember certain things, forget certain things. Then we say he has got selective amnesia. But here, selective prosecution means being partial. That's what it means on the enforcement directorate and political leaders. But what is the main idea of this editorial? Probe agencies should not allow politics to color their investigation. Probe agencies should always be neutral, impartial, fair, transparent, and they should not allow. Here we have a helping verb. It has two functions. One function, should, is used to advise or suggest to someone, and in this context, it goes with that function. Second use of should, it is used to express a possibility where chances are less. Should not allow politics to color the investigation. That means what? They should not allow politics or political leaders to intervene, to influence their investigation. They should always remain transparent and impartial. This is the main idea. And editorial tries to justify. There's a concern. It opines they are not transparent, they are not impartial. They should be. And they should not allow politics to play a crucial role. Accordingly, the editorial takes you. Politics and law may be inseparable, but the first may sometimes overshadow the second. What is the first here? Politics. The writer has used two simple words. One is the first, the second. But effective English, better words, the former and the latter. Politics and law may be inseparable, but the former may sometimes overshadow the latter. Better sentence, especially when it comes to prosecution of political leaders. An ongoing example is a spike in the activity, increase in the activity of the Enforcement Directorate or ED in Tamil Nadu. I hope I'm still audible. If I'm not audible, please bring it to my notice. Let me know. Close on the heels immediately after. That's what it means. Close on the heels of the arrest of V. Sendil Balaji, now a minister without portfolio in the DMK regime, government in power, and the legal wrangling over the legality of his arrest and remand, legal wrangling, argument, dispute for a long time, regarding what? Over what? Over the legality of his arrest and remand. Another high profile minister, K. Ponmudi, I'm sorry. K. Ponmudi is under ED's investigation. While the agency may have good reason to investigate and prosecute them, it does appear that they have been chosen for such action from among many political functionaries in the state who have pending probes against them. That means they have been selective. While the agency may have good reason to investigate and prosecute them, perhaps it can be justified. It does appear that they have been chosen for such action. Here, the main idea being selective. Editorial opines ED should not be selective, it should be impartial. But here there is one expression I have just underlined. Generally, if someone asks you, do you like English? Casual, you will say, yes, I like English. You want to emphasize, then you have to say, yes, I do like English. Here, it appears casual statement. It does appear emphatic expression. That is an important thing. Sometimes students ask me, so what is the difference between it appears, it does appear. I like, I do like. Emphasis. It talks about choosing some people and targeting those people. Both Mr. Sendil Balaji, who has now been shifted from a private hospital to a prison in Chennai, and Mr. Ponmudi, the Minister for Higher Education, face serious charges. Both the ministers face serious charges. Mr. Sendil Balaji was embroiled, entangled in a cash for job scam. Scam means what? Something dishonest, illegal to make a lot of money. And this scam is related to cash for jobs. What does it mean? You pay me 10,000, I'll get you a job. Cash for job scam. During his stint, that means when he was in power as transport minister in an earlier AIADMK regime, and had tried to wriggle out of it after money allegedly collected from job aspirants candidates by intermediaries was returned to them. He was embroiled in a particular scam and had tried to wriggle out of it, come out of it. How? Initially they collected money and he wanted to come out of that, and they don't collect directly through intermediaries. So how did he want to come out of it? By returning the money. That is one way to come out of the wrangle. However, court orders have kept the investigation alive. In the case of Mr. Ponmudi, the other one, he is accused of allowing red sand quarrying in excess of permissible limits as a minister for mines and mineral resources between 2007 and 2011, and granting quarrying license to his son, friends, and relatives. Here, there is one important word you have to think of. If you know, you have to consolidate. Some people try to favor friends and relatives. Then the word for that is nepotism. They have given in a few exams an important word. Nepotism. Have you heard of this word any time? Nepotism means what? Favoring one's friends and relatives. The ED entered the picture to probe possible money laundering in handling the proceeds of the crimes. The agency has successfully warded off, means what? Kept at bay, to prevent someone approaching or something approaching. A stiff challenge to the legality of Mr. Sendil Balaji's arrest and remand. Okay, that's good. That's an important word, nepotism. But it must do more to pull all facts in the public domain to show that its actions are justified. The same idea is being reiterated. The ED has to put everything in, make everything open, make it open, and put all facts in the public domain, public sphere, to show that its actions are justified. If they don't do that, if they don't diverge or reveal the facts to the public, something is fishy. However, except for some court ordered CBI probes and income tax proceedings, central agencies appear to be doing little by the way of pursuing allegations. Doing little means doing nothing by way of pursuing allegations against members of the erstwhile AIADMK regime. The issue of granting sanction to the CBI to prosecute former AIADMK ministers is under legal consideration, according to the Tamil Nadu governor, even while the Union Home Ministry has accorded sanction in respect of two former IPS officers in the same case. It will be difficult to credit central agencies with taking timely action against corruption if only parties identified with the opposition are brought under their investigative ambit. They have to bring whoever is rather suspicious. They have to be brought. They have to be. They have to bring those people under the investigative ambit. But they try to be selective. Then they will be questioned. Here, there's one word. Only parties identified with the opposition are brought under the investigative ambit. That is questionable. Venality among political leaders is a fact in respect of some and a perception suffered by all those in public life. That means what? Greedy about money. Therefore, agencies statutorily empowered. Statutory means what? Decided or controlled by law to investigate and prosecute them must demonstrate their fairness and impartiality if their searches, raids, and arrests are to command credibility among the public. Main idea is being reiterated. They have the power. These agencies are legally empowered. And when they investigate and prosecute, they have the power to investigate and prosecute. But they have, during that time, they have to demonstrate their fairness, impartiality, and only then it will be credible and the public, it adds to the credibility among the public. What are the questions you can think of based on this editorial? What is the ongoing example of selective prosecution involving political leaders in Tamil Nadu? What concern does the writer raise about the actions of probe agencies towards corruption cases involving political leaders? What does the author emphasize as crucial for the probe agencies to gain credibility among the public? I have just read out fragment of the editorial. How does the author describe the perception of venality among political leaders in the passage? Why does the author believe that probe agencies should avoid allowing politics to color their investigations for the sake of credibility? But all these questions you have to read, understand, comprehend, and write in your own sentences. That is very important, do remember. And these are the words we got the other day. Try to respond. What is the meaning of the word usher? Part of speech is already there. You don't have to worry. All that you have to do, write, tell the meaning, usher, and the related word usherer. But here, usher, part of speech verb. I'm glad I could complete. I had my own apprehensions about the session. At least I could complete the analysis. Now we are the last slide. From tomorrow, I'll bring practice questions as usual to mark the beginning of something. Usher, usher in, mark the beginning of something. Good. Era, part of speech, noun. Mark the start of something, mark the beginning of something. Very good. Girija. And Suresh, Anusha, Tripura Sundari. Wonderful. Go to the second one. Venkatesh Sharma also. No, era does not mean that. Era means a time period. Eternal means continue for a long time. Era, a particular era means what? A particular time period. And here, eternal. Eternal means last for a long time. Distinct period of history. Girija, very good. Long period of time. Yes, Venkatesh Rama. Again, you have changed Venkatesh Rama. Eternal, immortal, forever, last for a long time. Uncanny knack. In the editorial we came across. Uncanny, difficult to explain or mysterious. Knack means skill. Long lasting. Yes, don't do. That's right. Long lasting. Who is this? Okay. Now it's almost over, guys. You please write the meanings. I think I have to wind up the session. Let's see how. Am I still audible? Replenish, to refill. Try to respond quickly. Mysterious, difficult to explain. Replenish. Uh, Fill up something again. Very good, Anisha. Succumb. Succumb to injury. Succumb to disease. Surrender. Give in. Yield. All these words you have to think of. Prodigiously. Still audible, I'm glad. Means to have extraordinary talent. Good, good. Please answer quickly. I appreciate that. Extremely great in ability or strength. Wonderful. Perfect. Void. Null and void. That's a legal expression. Make something invalid. But here, void means empty space. Perfect. Embark. Usually it goes with a ship or a plane. Get onto a ship or plane. And embark means to start a journey, begin something new. Niche, it goes with ecology and environment. It also goes with business context, niche marketing. And in the editorial, they have used with the, it goes with the sports field. Supplant. Supplant means what? To replace. Replace. Uh, Dawn, dusk. But here, in the context of the editorial dawn, something happens, realize, dawn, mark the beginning or start of something, dawn a new era. Exactly, suitable for a small group or an individual. A reigning champion means what? Current champion. Right now, the US reigning champion, the Wimbledon reigning champion. Muscle cramps we have got. Dawn to dusk, that's right. Willingness to take bold risk, audacious. Oh, very good. Perfect. It has a positive connotation, it has a negative connotation. In the context of the editorial, positive, bold and ready to take risks. Immaculate means a perfect situation. And dismantle, in the context of the editorial, to dominate someone, overcome the opponent. But dismantle goes with a particular gadget, you separate the parts, then dismantle something. That's all for today. Hope you guys have got enriched. And for some time, it is going to be in the evening, 7 p.m. Do remember, live session, same day editorial. Good night to all of you. Do remember to subscribe and share. Thank you very much.